Most people misunderstand withdrawal. They think stepping back means you lost interest, lost confidence, or lost power. But Stoic philosophy teaches the opposite. Withdrawal is not retreat, it is control. The moment you detach emotionally, stop chasing explanations, stop reacting, and stop trying to be understood, the entire dynamic shifts. What once felt stable suddenly feels uncertain to the other person, and uncertainty creates awareness. Absence creates reflection. In this video, you're going to understand why Stoic withdrawal makes people chase, why emotional detachment restores your authority, and why the calm man who quietly steps back becomes unforgettable. If this message resonates, like the video, comment that you're choosing discipline over impulse, subscribe to Stoic Blessing, and turn on notifications to officially become a Stoic soldier. Because withdrawal is not coldness, it is mastery. Withdrawal works because it interrupts expectation. People grow comfortable when your attention is predictable. They assume access. They assume availability. They assume you will always explain, always adjust, always meet them where they are. Stoic withdrawal breaks that assumption without aggression. You are not punishing anyone. You are simply no longer overextending yourself. And when expectation is broken, the mind wakes up. Suddenly, your presence is felt through its absence, and your value is reconsidered. Most people don't realize how much power they give away by constantly staying engaged. Every explanation you offer, every emotional reaction you provide, every attempt to fix the dynamic tells the other person that you are invested regardless of balance. Withdrawal removes that signal. It communicates self-containment. It says, without words, I am not dependent on this interaction to feel whole. And that message is unsettling to those who were comfortable leading while you followed emotionally. Stoic withdrawal is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is controlled. It is the decision to stop pouring energy into situations that no longer return it. And this restraint is what creates gravity. When you stop chasing closeness, closeness becomes something others must earn. When you stop fighting to be understood, your silence carries more weight than your arguments ever did. Withdrawal shifts the dynamic from emotional pursuit to quiet authority, and authority, once felt, cannot be ignored. Attention is the true currency of every relationship, and most people spend it without discipline. Wherever your attention goes, your power follows. When you give attention freely, constantly, and emotionally, you communicate that access to you has little cost. Stoic philosophy teaches restraint because restraint preserves value. The moment you withdraw attention, you rebalance the exchange. You are no longer over-investing. You are no longer inflating someone else's importance above your own. And when attention is no longer guaranteed, its absence becomes loud. Most people don't miss you. They miss how you made them feel. They miss the validation, the reassurance, the emotional stability your attention provided. When that attention disappears, discomfort arises, and discomfort triggers pursuit. This is not romance, it is psychology. Humans chase what regulates them emotionally. When you stop supplying that regulation, people are forced to confront the void. Some will step forward with genuine effort. Others will reveal that they were only present for what you provided. This is why chasing always weakens your position. The one who chases signals need. The one who withdraws signals self-sufficiency. Stoics understood that whoever needs less controls the frame. Withdrawal is not manipulation, it is alignment. You are simply reclaiming your attention and placing it back on yourself. And when you do, others must decide whether they will meet you at that level or drift away. Attention, once removed, recalibrates perception. Your words gain weight. Your presence gains significance. Even your silence carries meaning. When you are no longer easily accessible, people begin to reassess your value, not because you demanded it, but because you stopped giving it away. Emotional control only exists when your reactions are predictable. As long as someone can anticipate how you'll respond, your explanations, your reassurance, your frustration, they can influence the direction of the interaction. Detachment disrupts this completely. When you withdraw emotionally, you become unreadable. You are no longer reacting on cue. And without predictable reactions, control collapses. This is why detachment feels unsettling to people who were comfortable steering the dynamic. Most emotional manipulation is subtle. It doesn't look like force. It looks like pressure, guilt, urgency, or implied disappointment. These tactics only work if you are emotionally engaged and eager to restore balance. Detachment removes the urgency. You stop rushing to clarify. You stop fixing emotions that are not yours to manage. And when you stop doing this, the manipulative structure falls apart. What remains is behavior unmasked. Stoic detachment is not indifference, it is discipline. You still observe, you still care in a grounded way, but you do not allow your emotional state to be hijacked. This composure exposes insecurity in others without confrontation. When someone escalates emotionally in response to your calm distance, they reveal dependence. When they respect your space, they reveal maturity. Detachment does not accuse. It allows people to show themselves. The calm man understands that control over self always outweighs control over others. By detaching, you regain authority over your emotional energy. You decide when to engage, when to speak, and when to remain silent. And in that freedom, emotional control disappears from the dynamic entirely. No one can pull you where you refuse to lean. As soon as you withdraw, something uncomfortable happens in the other person's mind. The noise disappears. As long as you are present, reacting, explaining, or chasing, they never have to look inward. Your engagement acts as a distraction. Withdrawal removes that distraction. The silence creates a gap, and in that gap, self-reflection begins. Questions surface that were never asked before. Why did he pull back? Did I misjudge him? Did I take his presence for granted? Withdrawal turns the spotlight inward without a single accusation. This is why distance is so powerful. It forces accountability without confrontation. You are no longer arguing your value or defending your intentions. You are simply absent. And absence is honest. It removes emotional cushioning and exposes reality. People begin to replay interactions, reevaluate assumptions, and notice patterns they ignored when your attention was constant. Withdrawal creates clarity because it removes emotional interference. Stoic philosophy emphasizes observing rather than reacting. Withdrawal embodies this principle perfectly. You step out of the emotional current and onto solid ground. From there, you can see clearly who reflects, who grows, and who avoids responsibility. Some people use the space to mature, others use it to blame. Both responses reveal character. Silence becomes the teacher, and you become the observer. The disciplined man does not fear this phase. He understands that self-reflection cannot be forced. It must be invited through space. Withdrawal provides that space. It gives others the opportunity to meet you with awareness rather than entitlement. And if they do not, the lesson is still complete. You gain understanding without conflict, and understanding is always worth the distance it requires. Chasing creates imbalance the moment it begins. One person moves forward emotionally, the other relaxes. The more you pursue, the less urgency the other feels. This dynamic is subtle but powerful. When you stop chasing, the imbalance corrects itself. The energy that was flowing outward suddenly disappears, and its absence is felt. Withdrawal flips the emotional gravity without confrontation, explanation, or demand. Most people are not aware of how much they rely on being pursued to feel secure. When that pursuit ends, uncertainty replaces comfort, and uncertainty pulls attention back toward the source. This is why detachment often makes people chase, not because you manipulated them, but because you stopped stabilizing the dynamic for them. The moment you stop doing the emotional work, the other person must decide whether to step forward or let the connection fade. Stoic wisdom teaches that desire grows in space, not saturation. Constant availability dulls value. Withdrawal restores it. When you are no longer always present, always responsive, always accommodating, your presence gains weight. People begin to feel the difference. They replay conversations. They notice the silence, and they start questioning why something that felt guaranteed is no longer there. The calm man understands this without resentment. He does not withdraw to provoke pursuit. He withdraws to regain balance. If the other person steps forward with effort and respect, the dynamic heals. If they do not, the truth is revealed. Either way, chasing ends. You are no longer chasing clarity, validation, or connection. You are allowing reality to move toward you, or move away. When something is always available, it becomes background noise. The mind stops registering its value because there is no risk of loss. Emotional scarcity changes this instantly. When you withdraw, your energy is no longer unlimited, and that shift is felt even if nothing is said. Stoic withdrawal creates scarcity not through games, but through self-respect. You are no longer overgiving, over-explaining, or overstaying in spaces that do not honor you. Psychological pull is created when presence is selective. When people sense that your time, attention, and emotional availability are no longer guaranteed, their perception shifts. What was once taken for granted becomes noticeable. Silence becomes loud. Distance becomes meaningful. This is not about manipulation, it is about consequence. When effort is no longer one-sided, dynamics either strengthen or dissolve. Stoic philosophy teaches conservation of inner resources. You do not waste energy where it is not valued. Emotional scarcity signals self-containment. It communicates that you are complete without external validation. And that completeness is attractive because it is rare. People are drawn toward what feels grounded, not what feels needy. Detachment creates gravity because it removes desperation from the equation entirely. The disciplined man understands that pull is not created by effort. It is created by restraint. When you stop trying to be everywhere, everything, and everyone, your presence gains weight. People feel the difference in your absence, and whether they move closer or fall away, the outcome is clean. Emotional scarcity clarifies intention, and clarity always works in your favor. When you withdraw with calm discipline, something subtle but powerful happens. You become the reference point. You are no longer reacting to emotional weather. You are the still center others unconsciously measure themselves against. Your composure sets the tone. While others fluctuate between urgency and anxiety, your steadiness stands out. Detachment reframes you from participant to anchor, and anchors command attention without asking for it. Most people look outward for stability. They read reactions, moods, and responses to decide how to feel. When you remain grounded and reserved, that external guidance disappears. Others begin orienting themselves around your presence, wondering what you see, what you think, and why you remain unshaken. Calm creates authority because it suggests perspective. Perspective suggests experience, and experience commands respect. Stoic detachment removes emotional competition. You are not trying to outreact, out-argue, or outperform anyone emotionally. You are simply aligned. This alignment is disarming. It forces others to adjust rather than pull you into their rhythm. Over time, your restraint becomes influence. Your silence becomes signal. People begin to slow down around you because chaos finds little traction in your presence. The disciplined man understands that leadership often emerges from stillness. When you stop chasing outcomes and remain centered, others feel the imbalance and seek correction. Some rise to your level, others drift away. Either outcome confirms your position. You become the reference point not by demand, but by example. And example is the strongest form of persuasion. When you withdraw, not everyone responds with curiosity or respect. Some respond with fear. This fear does not come from loss, it comes from exposure. Weak people rely on constant access, reassurance, and emotional proximity to feel secure. Your distance removes the structure they were leaning on. Without your availability, they are forced to stand on their own, and many discover they cannot. Detachment threatens those who confuse closeness with control. This is why some people react with guilt, accusation, or sudden hostility when you pull back. They frame your withdrawal as coldness, punishment, or abandonment, not because it is true, but because it protects their ego. Admitting your distance is reasonable would require them to face their own imbalance. Fear disguises itself as anger when responsibility feels too heavy to carry. Stoic withdrawal does not provoke weak people, it reveals them. Strength respects boundaries, weakness resents them. When someone demands access instead of earning connection, they reveal entitlement. When they panic instead of reflect, they reveal dependency. Your silence becomes a stress test, and under stress, character shows. The disciplined man does not absorb this reaction personally. He understands that fear is not his responsibility to soothe. Distance is not cruelty, it is clarity. If someone collapses emotionally when you step back, that collapse was already there. Withdrawal simply removed the illusion holding it together, and truth, once revealed, can no longer be ignored. Every time you chase clarity, over-explain your intentions, or tolerate imbalance, something subtle erodes inside you: self-respect. It doesn't vanish all at once. It fades through repetition. Withdrawal stops that erosion immediately. When you step back, you end the habit of proving your worth. You stop negotiating dignity. You stop volunteering your energy to situations that return confusion. In that pause, self-respect returns, not because others changed, but because you did. Self-respect grows when your actions align with your values. Detachment is alignment in motion. You are choosing peace over persuasion, steadiness over urgency, and boundaries over approval. This choice recalibrates how you see yourself. You begin to move differently. You speak less, but with more intention. You tolerate less, but without resentment. Withdrawal teaches you that your time and attention are assets, not obligations. Stoic philosophy teaches that the self is the only thing fully under your control. Withdrawal honors that truth. You stop outsourcing your emotional state to other people's behavior. You become responsible for your composure, your standards, and your direction. This responsibility feels heavy at first, but it quickly becomes freeing. You are no longer waiting to be chosen or validated. You are choosing yourself, consistently. The disciplined man understands that self-respect changes the entire landscape. When you respect yourself, others adjust, or they exit. Both outcomes are clean. There is nope begging, nope explaining, and nope chasing required. Withdrawal restores the inner order that makes external order possible. And once self-respect is re-established, every future interaction begins from strength rather than need. Stoic withdrawal is not a tactic. It is a final test. It tests respect, intention, and emotional maturity all at once. When you detach, you remove every crutch that allowed imbalance to survive. You stop explaining yourself. You stop correcting misunderstandings. You stop reaching first. And in that stillness, the truth rises on its own. People either step forward with clarity and effort, or they fade into the background where they always belonged. There is no confusion in this phase, only answers. Detachment simplifies life in a way few people are brave enough to experience. It removes emotional noise and replaces it with clean signals. You are no longer guessing how someone feels about you. You are watching what they do when access is not guaranteed. Silence becomes your standard, not your weapon, and standards do not argue. They filter. What remains after detachment is smaller, but it is solid. It is grounded. It is real. The calm man understands that being misunderstood temporarily is a small price to pay for being aligned permanently. He does not rush to fill space because space reveals truth. He does not chase reassurance because self-command already provides it. Withdrawal becomes his natural state, not out of bitterness but out of wisdom. From that state, he moves deliberately, speaks intentionally, and gives access selectively. If this message resonated with you, like the video, comment that you are choosing detachment and discipline, subscribe to Stoic Blessing, and turn on notifications to officially become a Stoic soldier. Thank you for watching, for choosing self-respect over chaos, and for walking the Stoic path, where withdrawal is not weakness but power.